Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alabelle. We got a fantastic show for you today. Big Brad looking sharp on this Monday. How we doing, bro?
The business end of the week for us normies. Excited to be here, talking footy, talking what happened this weekend, talking what's going to happen this week. To be here with you and the crew. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. We appreciate it, man. It's good to see you, big dog. Look at that transition on the screen behind you, looking good. My man is
Playing
starting the
that
week.
to perfection.
He's starting the week off right. I love it. So good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Now, all right, Japan dropped this, said cash with the crew 3-0 in UFL this past weekend. Oh, yeah. Let me just put this up. Japan absolutely smoking it in the UFL this weekend. That's right. Japan, you're headlining here, baby. Well done. Renegades money line finished up that parlay off another win from the day previous. And then the St. Louis Battlehawks plus 2.5. Great job, Japan. Wanted to give you love on that one. Big time, big dog. Now, for me, 2-2 day. Brad, take a look at this, man. All right. Now, USC and Auburn, we get it. All right. We're good, solid teams ended the weekend right. Coastal Carolina took the L. That one was tough. It was bound to happen. This is a team that's winning, 30 conference games in a row. A Sunday. They were up 2-0 in the series. We get burned on that one. Oregon State came through for us, too. That was tough. Now, the Mississippi parlay, Southern Miss lost. Mississippi State swept by Tennessee. Unbelievable. The Red Sox, the Cardinals, we get this with 12 runs in that game. So we end up 2-2. Japan crushed it, as we said. Goes 2-0. Home runs. Aaron Judge, plus 300. All right, so baseball has been weird this week, but the last 2 days we have hit some home runs, so we'll take that one, and especially Aaron Judge at plus 300. Woo, we'll take that, buddy. Now, what do we have in Major League Baseball yesterday? And it's good to see everybody say hello in the chat. I will get to you, I promise. Diamondbacks beat the Phillies 4-3. Orioles beat the Giants 6-2. Twins beat the Blue Jays 8-2. Angels beat the Reds 9-6. A's beat the Mets 1-0. Tigers 8-2 over the Marlins. Rays again 5-4 over the Yankees. White Sox 6-5 over the Royals. Nationals 8-6 over the Brewers. Red Sox, we get that over 9-3. Pirates, Brad, we had 26-mile-an-hour wind yesterday in this game. And guess what? The over 12.5 came through. Get it at 13 there. O'Neal Cruz at a home run. Brandon Lowe at 2 home runs in that one. So the big win game, it happened. Padres beat the Rockies 7-2. Mariners continue to roll. 6-1 win over the Astros. Rangers 5-2 win over the Dodgers. And the Braves continue to do it. Chris Sale on the mound. They win 13-1. All right. Let's jump into it here. Logan said, morning, crew. Morning, big dog. Good to see you, man. Big Scott. Hey, you had a good weekend, too. I saw your parlay. AB, remember betting baseball, you need a bottle of whiskey and a revolver. You really do. Spell dog. Good morning, AB and crew. Good morning, Spell. So good to see you, brother. So good to see you, man. It's good to see everybody. All right, let's jump into it here. We got a lot to get to today. It's an interesting day in sports. Rory McIlroy wins the Masters, goes back to back. And it got interesting there. Did you catch any of the Masters this weekend, Brad?
Got some highlights, but that's about it.
There you go. Rory dominated. All right. Scotty Scheffler almost started coming back in this thing. Well, he very much almost coming back in this thing. But, yeah, Rory McIlroy, man, shout out to him. I think only the fourth player ever to win back-to-back Masters. I think first one since Tiger. So, yeah, man, you're in rarefied air there. And let me just tell you this. For the Masters Champions dinner next year, whatever you had this year with Rory, I assume it's probably going to be similar. I don't know how good the food is that Rory would choose. All right. Just saying, I don't know if I'm going to the UK for food. Nothing against anybody in the United Kingdom, even if we don't call it that anymore. Great Britain, whatever. Don't know if I'm going there for food, but we'll see. Congrats to Rory there. Now, he's Irish, right? Or he's right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's a ball fan. He appreciates footy. He knows ball. I've heard him talk in interviews. And a lot of people want to hate on him, haven't given him a lot.
I love Rory.
Throughout the years, because it hadn't closed. You know what? Give it to Rory. I appreciate a man who sticks through it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, Rory's a beast. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going Irish food. Are you an Irish food guy?
I mean, do you consider fish and chips more English or Irish?
It's
It's
tough.
okay.
I know. It's an acquired taste, right? Like sometimes you really want it, but other times, yeah.
I'm not going to the UK for food.
That was my point. Is like of all the nationalities and all the countries and areas that people could come from, I don't know if the United Kingdom is the place I'm going for food. First off,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Now, Matty Boy said, "Are bangers and mass Irish? If so, yes." Now that counts. That counts. Yeah, no doubt. All right. So, all right, let's jump into it here. Brad, picks today coming to you. One play soccer. All right. Did we hit the sounder? I need the sounder. Let's hit it again. Let's go. All right. Let it rip, big dog. What you got?
We're going to the second division of Norway, which is, of course, Norway 1 or Norway First Division on your book in a matchup today at 12 p.m. Central Time. Ralph Foss is taking on Kongsvinger. We're looking for over 3 goals on that Asian total. 3 goals for that push, 4 goals for the full cash. Got it at minus 130. And we've got these two as trending figures, but specifically the league as well. It's played now 13 matches, and 12 of those have hit over 2.5 goals. A lot of them have come from one team. Both of these teams are trending upwards of 79 and 81% of their last 20 to 30 matches, hitting the over 2.5. They've done it in 2 straight, which have also hit over 3.5, with both teams to score coming in 6 straight. So we like goals today in Norway. Roe Foss taking on Kongsvinger over 3. Total goals minus 130.
Boom. All right, row. I thought you were about to say row the boat. Like it, dude. Like it's Minnesota football. Let's go.
I look at it, I just want to say Ralphus, Ralphus.
Yeah. Ralphus.
Yeah.
That sounds like a country name. That sounds like a name in Tennessee. Ralphus. Get your butt in here. Sorry, Bob. Yeah. Rory's appetizers were bacon wrapped dates, grilled elk sliders, rock shrimp tempura, and peach and ricotta flatbread. All right, not gonna lie, did not expect that. That sounds pretty amazing. All right, bacon wrapped dates. I like dates. I like bacon. I don't know if I've had them together. Elk slider. Go ahead, sir.
It's a good combo. I mean, let's be honest. You're eating it for the bacon.
Yeah, makes sense. Elk sliders, I'm very much in for. Rock shrimp tempura, very much in for. Peach and ricotta. Look, I'm in. I didn't expect that. That's a solid list right there. Nice. All right, main course was ragu filet mignon or seared salmon. Never mind. I take that back. I'd like to make the first apology ever in the history of driving the line. Rory McIlroy can choose dinner anytime he wants. I greatly apologize, my friend. Rory McIlroy can choose that anytime he wants. David, good morning, golf. Another big week for the 7 and 3 and 4 out of 5 top finishes. Plus, everyone else killed it. Thanks, David. You crushed it. Brian, you crushed it. The whole crew crushed it. Absolutely smoked the Masters picks. I'm trying to catch up to y'all. Here's how we're going to try to do it today. Cubs and the Phillies over 8. Now, we have 10 games in Major League Baseball today. And understand what we have is this. It's Monday. Most teams are either starting a new series or off, right? We got a couple that are finishing up. The Astros and the Mariners, we've got that series there. But for the most part, you either starting a new one or you're starting tomorrow in a new one, right? Because today's a travel day, finished up series yesterday. So that's what we have. Now, on top of that, we have great weather in Major League Baseball today. It's a sneaky, nice day, and you're going to see some high totals out here for sure. Jared said, good morning, AB and crew. Good morning, big dog. Good to see you. Scotty, hi, AB and Brad. Scotty, hi, indeed, my boy. So good to see you. All right, Cubs and the Phillies over 8. We'll go through all these games. I think we have an excellent hitting matchup here. Nationals and the Pirates. Now, our man Paul Skeens is on the mound today for Pittsburgh, okay? Don't like playing overs when Skeensy's on the mound. That said, though, it is a tremendous hitting day in Pittsburgh. Tremendous. And the Pirates are hitting the baseball. I wanted to take the Pirates team total, but the books were smart. They put it at 4.5. So you need 5. If they put it at 3.5, I was gone in immediately. But I think the Pirates are going to lead the charge. I think the Nationals can get some off Skeens. It's a nice day. You catch up with the velocity, the ball can go. It's that type of day. And Skeens has been known. He'll give up a home run. He'll strike out 9 dudes after that, but he's been known to give up a home run in the first inning or so, right? So, again, just taking a look here, over 7.5. Let's get it. College baseball, you have like 5 games today, okay? Now, I got tuned up over the weekend in college baseball. Brad, absolutely smoked. Bad weekend for me. Try to start it here anew. Now, St. Mary's taking on Nevada. Nevada's not a bad baseball team. St. Mary's is a very good baseball team. All right. Need a nice, solid win here. And Arizona State is playing Arizona. So what I worry about is this. St. Mary's handles their business, and then we're in a sweat having to fade Arizona. Life is funny sometimes. That puts us in this position. That said, though, I want St. Mary's money line today. I want Arizona State money line today. Those two in baseball. Put them together, plus 105. Now, one more thing, and we'll get into the games. So you see what I have in Major League Baseball. Cubs, Phillies, over 8. Nationals, Pirates, over 7.5. Okay, so there's also another way to approach today because, like I said, it's a nice weather day. So you could look at it and say, all right, I'm going to play 2 games. It doesn't have to be mine. You do whatever you want, normal operation. Or let me pull this full screen. You could take 2 games and drop the runs. You could drop them 2 runs. All right, so let me explain what I mean. Guardians and the Cardinals, Cubs and the Phillies. Both of these totals sitting at 8. You could drop both of those totals down to 7 at plus 138. Not only do you drop it a run, but you also keep the push insurance of 7. 4-3 get you a push. See what I'm saying? Put those together, plus 138. Now, you could drop those another run. Guardians, Cardinals over 6. Cubs, Phillies over 6. With the flat 6 insurance built in of a push, and it's minus 125. Okay? So, Brad, that's what I'm looking at here today and in Major League Baseball. And again, not that we're trying to 2-leg parlay everything on planet Earth. I know it always seems to come back down to that, right? But when you're trying to find spots where you could burn off a run, burn off 2 runs, I'm willing to do that. Try that on days like today. So here's one I looked at. And again, these are very real. I love the weather spots that you have. I mean, we're on the Cubs and the Phillies standard fare. So dropping in a run, clearly I'm on that. And Guardians and the Cardinals, I'm with it too, right? So if you want to put those at 7, drop it a run, you could do it at plus 138. You want to drop each 2 runs. It's about minus 125, right? And both of these games sitting at over 6 with that flat run insurance, buddy. You clean up doing that, man. 75 cents on the dollar. You can clean up. Now, let's jump into it here. Bradley, we're going to go right to Major League Baseball because, like I said, it is a great weather day today. Do you want weather sounder or do you want home run sounder?
We went dongs last time. Give us the weather today.
Let's go. Okay, here we go. Now, let me get the banner up here. Picks, boom, all set. Kyle Schwarber, plus 200. Mike Trout, pictured there, plus 375. Pete Alonso, plus 400. O'Neal Cruz, who hit one yesterday, by the way, plus 500. And then Matty Ice's guy, Jordan Walker, who, as we mentioned, Brad, is hitting everything into orbit right now. All right, Matty Ice said, we got to get the feeding the ducks, AB. All right, look, we do. Hold on. For good luck, right here. Let me find it. All right, Brad. We're hitting
You know.
bombs. Yeah, where you going?
There's only one man on this list that I want to go. Sitting up there, that plus 200 mark. Give me a Schwardom.
Dude, Matty Ice was so right. I'm going O'Neal Cruz. Yep. I'm going O'Neal Cruz, dude. Plus 500. I think he's doing it again. This is just too good. Yeah, I think O'Neal Cruz is doing it. Dude, all right. So Feeding the Ducks is absolutely the most banger song that's ever existed.
We got to hit it with that slow jam segment sometimes.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that is we are working in segments right now. 90s R&B segments. That's what we need. Dude, all right. Today's home runs are brought to you. All right. Are they brought to you by Jagged Edge or 112?
We're going Jagged Edge.
All right. Baby, I promise. All right. I'm going O'Neal Cruz, plus 500. I think he's in a great spot. Look, I'm on the over in this game. I think he is absolutely set up. We're going to go through the weather for sure. So Schwarber plus 200, Mike Trout plus 375, Pete Alonso plus 400, O'Neal Cruz plus 500, Jordan Walker plus 500. All right. So you're going Schwarbs?
Schwarbomb.
Okay. I'm going O'Neal Cruz. I know that he hit one yesterday. I'm doing it. Yeah. Zach, all five are going yard after this segment. I agree. Scott, AB, get the Barry White crossover. Yes. Yes. Hawk, Joe Adele, plus 338. Let's go. Tony, think I'm with AB at Cruz. Hey, it's a great day for it. Let's go into it. All right. So RotoWire here. Shout out to RotoWire MLB. Go visit them. Give them love. We love some RotoWire. Pete Alonso has 4 home runs off Ryan Nelson today, hitting 455 historically. Jake Berger, 2 home runs off Luis Severino. These are your hot batter matchups for today. Carlos Correa of the Astros got 1 home run off George Kirby at 364. Jose Caballero has 1 home run off Yusei Kikuchi, hitting 364. Ryan Jeffers of the Twins, Shea Langoliers of the A's, Brandon Nimmo of the Rangers, Miguel Rojas of the Dodgers, and Teoscar Hernandez of the Dodgers as well. All have home runs. Look at David Peterson there. Back-to-back Dodgers sitting there pretty. So, RotoWire MLB, give them some love. Those are your hot-hitting matchups. If you're looking at player props, home runs, or just games where there's going to be some hitting, these are your dudes. All right, let's jump into it here. Game 1. All right, 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central today. Astros at the Mariners. Finishing up this series, the Mariners, Brad, have been on fire, hitting everything. Looking good, man. Total of 7.5. Mariners minus 175. George Kirby on the mound for Seattle. Mike Burrows on the mound for Houston. Now, you don't have to worry about weather here, but here's the deal. Brad, you have 2 things going against you if you're looking for runs in this game, okay? Number 1, George Kirby. He's pretty good. Number 2, baseball is a sport that's played in series, okay? You play 4 games, 3 games, 5 games sometimes. You play the same team over and over, right? Well, when you do that, when you get to game 4 of the series, a game 5, it could go one of 2 ways. We've seen these guys. They've seen us. Everybody's hitting, which is what we've seen. However, it comes to an end generally on that last game. All right? And that's what concerns me. That's why I got off the Dodgers yesterday. Didn't want anything to do with it. And I worry about it here. I worry that you're looking at a 2-0. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere. Because, again, George Kirby is a stud. And it doesn't always happen, but it just could be one of those where just an old school kind of quick pace game. You know what I mean? A lot of ground balls, a lot of 2-pitch ABs. Now, in terms of winning the game, I'm with Scott. The Mariners have been on absolute fire. right? So, yeah. Hawk, teams will get right hitting all year playing against the Astros. He's right on that, and that's a good look to keep as we go. Jeffrey Stigman, hey, good to see you, man. Great day for balls to be flying out of Wrigley. Very warm for April with southwest winds. Beautiful look and absolutely spot on. Yes, 100%, man. And we're going to talk about that. The Midwest, we've seen some nice weather, nice wind. Diamondbacks at the Orioles. You got great weather here. Minus 131, Orioles on the money line, total of 8.5. Dean Kramer on the mound for Baltimore, Ryan Nelson on the mound for Arizona. Pete Alonso listed excellent historicals against Ryan Nelson here. Now, take a look at the weather here. All right, Camden Yards, 14 miles an hour, blowing straight out, baby. 79 degrees, 38% humidity. Humidity is not great. It's fighting you a little bit. However, that is nice wind, and that is nice temperature. I very much see runs coming in this game. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Scares me too. But I think that we're going to see them. I think we're going to see it, Brad. I think we're going to see some weird games today. All right, Nationals and the Pirates. Pirates minus 226 on the money line. Look at that. That's confidence. Number one, the Pirates are hitting. Number two, the Nationals. Do you know what? You know what happens when you go up against one of the best players in the league? Everybody knows him, right? Knows who his girlfriend is. Livy Dunn. She going to be at the game? Livy's going to be here? I might as well go ahead and hit a bomb off her man. You know what I mean? That's kind of the mentality. Yeah. Number one, all right, you got 14 miles an hour blowing out, 74 degrees, 57% humidity. This is a great day of baseball. Absolutely. Anybody going to this game, it's a perfect day. At what might be one of the most beautiful sports cathedrals in all of it, not just baseball. You ever seen the Pirate Stadium?
Not in person, but I've seen it on TV.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think we're going to get some runs here. Now, Skeens is going to be doing his thing. Anybody rolling Skeens, strikeouts, any of that, I totally get it. If there were ever a day for Paul Skeens to dominate somebody on the mound, this could be it. So don't take my over as me thinking that the Nats are coming out and just mashing on Paul. Skeensy could go off today, baby. Likely will. But we don't need a ton, man. 5-3 gets us home. And again, if you want to look at the Pirates team total, I almost played it. But 4.5 plus 105, that's kind of where you're looking. I wanted it at 3.5. I was kind of going in, looking to, I'd buy at the right price. You know what I mean? I was going to look like you're going to look at a car. I know exactly what I'm spending. If you could get there, great. If you can't, I'll walk out of here right now. You ever see that Seinfeld? That's Costanza's whole thing. You tell him I'll walk out of here right now. Okay. Cubs of the Phillies. All right. Now, so we've got the Phillies here over 8 in the, like, not just the Phillies, but I mean, we've got the Cubs of the Phillies over 8 in this game. I think you're going to have runs here too. All right. Phillies minus 194 on the money line, total of 8. Got to get these dudes hitting. We got to get it early. We cannot wait on the Phillies to the 8th inning. Now, you're on Schwarber, right? Yeah. It's Schwarb's time. Yeah, Zach Skeens gets up at least 3 runs today. I agree. I would love it. And nothing against Paul Skeens. We need it on that over, right? Yeah, talking about O'Neal Cruz out in the outfield. All right, so look, Javier Assad on the mound for Chicago. Christopher Sanchez on the mound for Philadelphia. 14 miles an hour blowing out. 80 degrees, 40% humidity. Brad, left-handed pull hitters. I know that we've had Schwarber listed on home runs like 3 days in a row. And Assad can throw. But Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Here's the tough part. If anybody's been betting Kyle Schwarber home runs, it's hard to do it 3-4 days in a row. Because you're like, I'm just burning my money. What stinks is that that's usually when it happens. Ooh. Yeah. Schwarber's one of those guys like a Judge, like Ohtani, who Ohtani went yard again. He went back-to-back days. Yeah, just keep an eye here. You have excellent hitting conditions, especially for left-handed pull hitters here. All right, Angels at the Yankees. Yankees minus 194 on the money line, total of 9. All right, Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for Los Angeles, Will Warren on the mound for New York. Okay. Brad, remember what I just said about Kyle Schwarber? What do we do with Aaron Judge? We bet Aaron Judge yesterday to hit a home run, and he did. Plus 300. And the weather wasn't half of what it is here. Well, it was good, but look at this. 16 miles an hour blowing out to left center. Right-handed pull hitters. And understand, not just Aaron Judge. Mike Trout. Like, there are dudes who we could see a ton of home runs in this game. It's one of those to where, look at the books. They set the total at 9. Yeah. Keep an eye here, man. Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton. Like, it doesn't have to be, just Aaron Judge. It's easy to go to Aaron Judge, and I say that first in line. I did it yesterday. Needed it. Right? But yeah, man. That wind is very real. 75 degrees, 50% humidity. It's hard to beat those conditions. That's about perfect hitting conditions, man, for April 13th in New York. Buddy, that's good right there. Marlins and the Braves. All right, so Yuri Perez on the mound for Miami. Grant Holmes on the mound for Atlanta. Braves minus 156 on the money line, total of 8. Truist Park, wind's blowing in. You're not going to get great wind in Atlanta. It just does. The stadium orientation is just not set for it. A lot of times you're battling the elements. 81 degrees though, 29% humidity. It's dry air in Atlanta, buddy. What is going on? No humidity in Atlanta? Atlanta is like we invented humidity. All right. I don't know what to do here other than the Braves are on fire. But the Braves are on fire. And Edwin, good morning, buddy. So good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, bud. The Braves are like, Brad, you ever go to Opryland?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Screaming Delta Demon.
The Screaming Delta Demon. Hangman. Chaos. All right. So Opryland was a theme park in Nashville up until around like 1998, 99. Then they tore it down and built a mall, Opry Mills. And I like Opry Mills. Opry Mills might be the most successful mall in America. And I'm not kidding. That place is packed, a mall. But it used to be a theme park. Okay. What I'm getting at is when you ride these rides, you're riding chaos. Okay. That's the Braves. They'll win 13-1 and watch. Lose 4-0. Or 4-1. Yeah, because Drake Baldwin will hit a home run. Jinxie's been on that and he's spot on. Yeah. So the Braves, they're playing all right baseball, buddy. But it's not always consistent. Scott, AB, can I also interest you on a Braves run line at plus 139? Against the Marlins, I'm in. There's a great chance that the Marlins put up 2 runs or fewer. Even 3 runs or fewer. Because the Braves are going to hit. Well, again, that's the problem. Is that they'll put up 13, and then they'll put up 0. And then they'll put up 9. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it, though. Like against Miami. If you're going to do it against a team that's generally known for lower scoring affairs. We need to start calling games affairs. That sounds like a soccer thing. Like soccer would be very with that. So we need to get our adjective game up. Soccer's on in an elite level, you know? Fixtures, matches. Yeah. Red Sox and the Twins. All right. Red Sox, man, we had a great hitting conditions yesterday. Not today. Not today at all. However, Garrett Crochet's on the mound. He's your ace. Tennessee guy. Stud. Minus 170 in the money line for the Red Sox. Total of 7.5. Now, the Twins, man, this game screams under to me. I don't have a play on it. If anybody's got a look, let me know. But I worry about runs in this one. Guardians of the Cardinals, don't worry about runs in this one. All right. Guardians minus 118 on the money line. Cardinals minus 102. Total of 8. Gavin Williams on the mound for Cleveland. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for St. Louis. All right. So, look, Busch Stadium here, 15 miles an hour. Blowing out to left center. 83 degrees, 51% humidity. This is your best weather conditions of the day. This is a great spot here for hitting. Now, the Guardians, they've been known for some unders. The Cardinals aren't afraid of that either. But I think you're getting it today. I think out of nowhere, you're going to get a fun game. If you're looking at home runs, don't mind those. Now, if you're picking a winner, I don't know if I want to do that. Now, Hawk, great point here. Cleveland played the late Sunday night game, just something to watch. Yeah. And against Atlanta. Like, it wasn't pretty. So we'll see. But you know what? That's what happens in some of these series, man. When you get down to the end of it, bats can just die. You just need a new look. New town, new city, new hotel, whatever. Sometimes you just need to get out of it. You know what I mean? So we're going to see. But I like the over 8 today. The hitting conditions here are excellent, man. If you're looking at, somebody like Jordan Walker, who, Kirk, home run, round robin, Walker, Judge, and Schwarber. There you go. Hawk, another great point here. A's and Mets both flew from New York to California last night. Excellent point there. Rangers and the A's. Let's talk about that. So you have the Rangers minus 131 on the money line, total of 9. All right. Rangers got the win over Los Angeles. The series wasn't pretty, but whatever. Is what it is. Got the win yesterday. Let's keep going. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for Texas today. Luis Severino on the mound for the Athletics. Wind 5 miles an hour blowing left to right. That's generally what you're going to have there. 65 degrees, 50% humidity. Excellent day. Beautiful. Now, 65. Would it be nicer at 75? Sure. I won't complain about 65 and sunny. Not at all. But I don't know what you're going to get other than these two teams attacking at the plate, right? Now, it can also, here's the problem with these two teams too, is that you're going to see a lot of 1-0, 2-1 games out of them out of nowhere. Because when you're aggressive at the plate, what happens, look, I will be the first person and the first show to scream baseball is built to be played aggressive, especially at the plate. Pitchers, look, you're talking about a sport where 3 out of 10 get you in the Hall of Fame. It is 70% against you as a hitter already off rip once you open the box, right? Do not make it harder. Do not wait for pitch 8 to start cutting, all right, in a 2-2 count. Much better. 0-0, first pitch fastball, 4-seam, let's go. I could find that. You know what I mean? But the problem with that is that it can lead to a lot of ground balls, lead to a lot of fly balls, and it leads to very quick innings where your pitcher didn't get much rest. So you have to be careful with that. That said, though, Yeah. Scott, over in that ballpark tonight in Sacramento. Yeah. All right, Mets and the Dodgers. I'll speed up. Dodgers minus 186 on the money line, total of 9. David Peterson on the mound for New York. Justin Robleski on the mound for Los Angeles. Man, that's a tough last name to say. Give it a shot.
Oh, gosh. I'm just going to drop the W and go Robinski. Whiskey?
Yeah, you have to go fat cheeks.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Robleski. That was an L. See, it's
Yeah.
small when I look here, so that's why I got my computer occasionally for these
There you
small
go.
names. Robleski? Yeah.
There you
Robleski.
go. Nice. Yeah, you got to have to go fat cheeks. Robleski. Maybe not that much. All right. All right, we had a little rain yesterday in Los Angeles. Don't have it today. 12 miles an hour. Now, Brad, here's the question that I pose to you. What is today? Monday? Saturday, we bet Shohei Ohtani did home run. He did it. Sunday, didn't bet Shohei Ohtani did home run. He did it. These are the best hitting conditions he's had all weekend. 13 miles an hour blowing out to right field for a left-handed pull hitter. He doesn't ever get that. It's always going out to right field. Now, I say it, and Shohei goes 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, right? But if you have the stones to bet Shohei Ohtani for the 3rd day in a row to hit a home run, I'm just saying it's not a bad look. You know who else is dangerous to hit home run today? And here's the other one. Freddie Freeman. We bet Freddie did home run yesterday. Didn't. It's tough to go back to the well on Freddie Freeman. But he's also in a great spot here. So we'll see, man. All right. So I bring it back. Kyle Schwarber plus 200. Mike Trout plus 375. Pete Alonso plus 400. O'Neal Cruz plus 500. Jordan Walker plus 500. All right. So you're going, say it again. Where are you going?
We're going Schwarbs.
Kyle Schwarber. Excellent hitting conditions today.
Low jam Schwarbs.
Mm-hmm. I'm going O'Neal Cruz. I'm doing it. Matty Ice, you going J-Dub? Jordan Walker? Dude, that's 7 home runs on the year. 7. You can't pitch to him. I love it. All right. What do we have there? Major League Soccer? Let's talk a little MLS. What do we got, buddy?
We're back to talk a little MLS. We smashed our pick on Friday. We looked for 3 total goals, and Colorado did that alone twice. It ended 6-2, an absolute powerhouse of a back-and-forth match, and that's what we're looking for. And as we mentioned, on Friday, the MLS is starting to kick up. You saw this past week, 11 of the 14 matches hit both teams to score. Now, we didn't have as many of those hit that over 2.5 that we like to see, but sometimes that just happens within matches. When you look specifically, we had a red card that affected one, and we had Columbus, just an absolute poor match in the late night. That affects total overall numbers. So when we're looking MLS, which we are going to be doing and continue to do throughout the season, this weekend, we're looking for goals, baby. Both teams to score over 2.5, and when it gets juiced, we look for those live.
Looking for goals in all the wrong places. Look with too many faces. All right. That was well done, Brad. All right, what are these stats again? Hold on real quick. Can I pull you back on screen? Mm-hmm. The board. All right. So both teams scored. They're hitting 69%. Is that right?
Yes, 69, 70, 70-ish%. So just about 7 out of every 10 matches that you just look, you could throw a dart at the MLS right now and be successful. And that's a good thing. That's a league that you want to tail when you're looking for goals. Because even if you don't pick the best matchup that day, even if you don't get all the stats, you get enough to try and bring that bet through. And it's a great look at live and the low numbers that have started this season. They went down because we highlighted it a few weeks ago. Wasn't as great. Now it's kicked back up. So let's get in while the getting's good. Get those good lines before they just get absolutely destroyed.
There you go. Yep. Get in where you fit in, baby. Dude, those are great stats. So both teams scores hitting at 69%. Over 2.5 in MLS is hitting at 71%. and over 3.5 is hitting it. Is that 69% as well?
Yep, 67. Well, about that of the 2.5 matches.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. The
So
ones that
hit 2.5.
Yeah. First off, those are tremendous stats. Well done. I mean, that is very much usable information. Very much. Thank you. All right, Brad, where can we find you? Like Dub Club, all of it. Where yeah, let us know. You there?
I think I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, I just don't know if it's me. I thought it was me and my internet. I was getting some robot AB, so I was just sitting in the back.
Oh, yeah. So where can we find you? That's what I was asking.
We're better. We're better now. There we go. You can find me at Brad Betts Footy on X. You can find me at Brad Betts Footy on Dub Club for all of my picks outside of driving the line, which we have a tremendous record on right now. So maybe we might hit a losing streak here pretty soon. Over the last 25 plays, we've had 17 that have been winners, 4 that have been losers, and 4 that have just brought your money back to you. So we like that success, but as we know, AB and gambling, all good things can come to an end. So if we hit a rough patch, that's not when to just give up, right? That we just keep trudging forward. We know we're making the right picks and doing the right thing, showing the success, and there will be success. But, you never know in gambling. So just be careful. As always, it's a Monday.
Yes, it is. And well said. No, look, the greatest gambler of all time went 56% in a year, right? So that's the sport that we're up against. There are losses. You've been crushing it though, man. Great job. All right. Now, Doug said, just because the Dodgers lost, I'm still riding with them. They made me money this far. Heck yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you. And Doug, you bring up a good point too. The best time to jump on a team like the Dodgers is when they lose a game, right? Because people will freak out and you're like, because you look at it from, like Brad was saying, from a larger perspective, like, all right, if I'm going to say, you look at the Dodgers, that same mentality, we'll just take it. You say, all right, well, I'm betting the Dodgers the next 10 games, unless there's some crazy, bad situation, whatever. You're like, I'm probably going to get 8 of them, 7 of them, So I'm right there with you, man. Hey, I'm not afraid to go right back to the well. Yeah, it's a good strategy at times. If you get the right team, and the Dodgers are definitely the right team to do that. Now, Brad, college baseball, and then we'll go. Not a lot of games today. Portland and Washington State. This is a fascinating matchup here. Portland minus 175 on the money line. Washington State plus 135 is very live. Portland's good, but Washington State is very live today at plus 135. I don't have a play on it, but if you're looking for an upset there, could be it. Utah Valley and Air Force minus 245. Don't have anything there. BYU and Lamar. BYU, I'll tell you this. It feels like BYU's played every game on the road. All of them. In the last month. I'm not sure what you're going to get from them at the plate. They've got to be tired. Yeah, this is the nicest AB's ever been. Yeah, I know. I realized that I was like, I'm way too harsh on this team. Like, this is a good baseball team, Every time I'm like, Portland. It's like, buddy, this team's winning a lot of games. Yeah, you're right. I was wrong. Nevada and St. Mary's, another good team right here. Now, 2 of them. Now, you need St. Mary's to get the job done at the plate, but we need them to get the job done of keeping Nevada's total low. I don't know what this total is going to be. It scares me. Let's keep Nevada at 4 runs or fewer. Yeah, Scott. On the other side, AB and Air Force game could be 16.5 total runs, 100%. 100%, man. All right. So we're on St. Mary's. And then finally, last one. All right. Brad, where are you going? Arizona State. Who wins?
Well, I'm siding with you on Arizona State, right? We got that in a parlay.
We do. And I wouldn't put you on the spot on that. Here's the tough part. Arizona State's the better team. But it's a rivalry on a Monday. And Arizona's season has not gone well. Do they want to play a little bit of, you know what? We got this. We have this opportunity in front of us. Season has gone off the rails, and it did that a month ago, so it ain't new. But you're presented with a day-to-day where you can go beat somebody you don't like, and things are going well for them. This is what scares me, is that we've liked Arizona all year. They've let us down. And now this is like a comic book. You know, like now we have to, like, this is our final goodbye. I don't know where my brain is going. But look, Arizona State, let's get the job done today. You're going to have to score runs. That's what Arizona's going to try to do. Arizona's not going to try to go out and win 1-0. It might be 1-0, but I don't know if they're going to try it. Try to just hit. I'm not sure what this total is going to be. I'd put it at 12.5. That's where I'd set it. All right. That's what we have in sports. Now, all right, so we'll get the picks and we'll jump out of here, but we have the NBA playoffs, Brad, starting up. So anybody that has been, you know, and I'm the first one to say, I have not been betting the NBA much at all, right? Now, I've been paying attention to it, but I just haven't been betting it. I've been on the show. We've had so much baseball that it just takes so much time to go through it. You know, it'd be 2 hours, but basketball is back. So we've got the NBA playoffs that are about to start up. Yeah, going to be exciting, man. So everybody in the chat, all of our NBA experts for sure, definitely going to need you. Keep bringing that, and we'll get them on the screens. And also the NHL. I know we don't talk about it very much. It's just I don't know a ton about it betting-wise, but there are folks that do. Jinx is one of them. So Hurricanes team total over 2.5 minus 175. Good look there. All right, let's get the picks on the screen. We'll get out of here. Big Brad, what you got, buddy?
We're going to Norway, the first division, which is, of course, the second tier of Norwegian football. Raufoss is taking on Kongsvinger. We're looking for over 3 on that Asian total, 3 goals with the push, 4 goals, giving us the full cash at minus 130.
Dude, if I worked at an office, I would start calling somebody like one of my boys, like I'd start calling him the Kongsvinger. Like I would try to get that nickname started today. Like, yeah, you know, dude, that's the Kongsvinger. You know, they're like, whoa, I didn't know Brad's the Kongsvinger. Yeah, you didn't know that?
It's kind of a running joke within my Discord is like, you have to put these names with something to associate it in order to remember anything at all, because there's so many teams. So we call him King Kong.
King Kong. King Kong ain't got on me. Shout out to Training Day. All right, Cubs. Oh, yeah. I mean, just such a good. And what I love about Training Day, too, the director used Alonso's car. All right, so, all right, Cubs, Phillies over 8, Nationals, Pirates over 7.5, St. Mary's college baseball money line paired with Arizona State money line plus 105. Now, we'll get out of here on this, okay? So, Training Day. All right, so Alonso's car. The director used that car as, like, if you play a video game and, like, your status bar, like your health, the director used Alonso's car in Training Day as a status bar. As the movie went and Alonso became conflicted, you know, and all these situations, and, you know, he would get hurt physically, you know, in real life in the movie, you would see his car would get damaged, you know what I mean, as it went. And then in the end, you know, not to give away the ending 20 years afterward, but he gets lit up, as does his car. And it was kind of like, you know, his status health bar throughout the movie. I thought that was a nice little touch there. Plus, that car was a banger, too. It was awesome, man. The Monte Carlo. Oh, my goodness. Get out of here. Yeah, I didn't mean to give away Training Day spoilers. Look, we're giving away Titanic spoilers tomorrow, Brad. So I know Tuesdays you're not on. I know you haven't seen Titanic yet. All right, so. All right. We'll get out of here, Brad. Well done. Crew, well done. We'll see everybody live today, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us?